Dragon Ball Z Super Butouden 3 was released in Japan in September of 1994 for the Super Nintendo. Yes, we've returned to our roots of origin today, and we're going to see if it was a good idea for the game and for the series in general. Let's just get right into it and talk about the presentation of the game. It's really good. This game practically blasts you in the face with its epic presentations and artwork. Literally, I'm not kidding. This game really pushes the Super Nintendo to its limits in terms of its sprite limitations, with tons of flashing images and great sprite work to boot. So a thumbs up in my book. Now let's move on to the music. It's fantastic. This game has such a great soundtrack for a Dragon Ball Z Super Nintendo fighting game. I especially love the themes given to you in the game. They pump you up for some action. Kinda like how Fast and Furious 6 or Scott Pilgrim vs. the World make you excited in the first few minutes of the trailers. But I'm digressing. Now let's move on to the gameplay. It's amazing. This is what a Dragon Ball Z fighter on the Super Nintendo should feel like. It's smooth, controls nice, and each character handles nicely. A huge improvement on the control, and it gets my approval. However, my previous problems with controls are still present at times, but not as much as before. Now onto the character list. This game has a very short list of characters. Shorter than Super Butoden 2, in fact. I pretty much jinxed it, didn't I? Anyway, the characters include Goku, freaking yes, he's not unlockable! Vegeta, Adult Gohan, Goten, Kid Trunks, Supreme Kai, Android 18, Dabura, and Majin Buu. What? Oh, right, and Future Trunks is unlockable through a code, and his name is in English characters. Well, ain't that nice. Anywho, the character roster is pretty disappointing. There's so many characters that could have been used in this game. It's pretty much a missed opportunity, and let's just hope that they don't do it again in another Dragon Ball Z game. I jinxed it again, didn't I? Now onto the story. Wait. What? I must be dreaming or something, because I don't see a story mode option. It's gotta be here somewhere. It's This is the first Dragon Ball Z fighting game to decide that a story mode in a fighting game isn't worth anything. What the Actually, I'm gonna let Vegeta say what I have to say. Over to you, Vegeta.
Son of a monster! Why the does all this happen to me? My life, always surrounded by miserable clowns, like this whole world just likes to bend me over and me in the like I'm some sort of receptacle. Well, as far as I care, these miserable can have a fancy barbecue with a goddamn pig.
I rest my case. Thanks, Vegeta.
Fuck off.
Moving on, it's really annoying that this game doesn't have a story mode option. But there is a tournament mode, so there's something at least. Overall, Super Butoden 3 improved on the gameplay mechanics of the series, improving them significantly more than the other games. However, they didn't put any effort into other departments in the game, which makes this game not very replayable. Even with this up, more games were made after this in the Butoden series. Do they make the cut? Do they give us Dragon Ball Z fans what we want in a Dragon Ball Z fighter? Well, find out next time. Z-Boy X8 out.